I say, you go.
Hal, he can't.
Fortunately,
Don't you dare!
the old man arrived just in time.
Hey!
One fierce shout stopped the tragedy before the trigger could be pulled. He carried the barely breathing Buck home. Days later, Buck finally opened his eyes. He saw the warm glow of fire inside the cabin, and he knew this man had saved his life. The next morning, the old man spread out a map on the table. It was covered with the routes his son had once traveled. He wanted to go, the old man said softly, beyond the map, to a place no one's ever been. And so, a man and a dog set out together. They crossed frozen rivers, climbed roaring waterfalls. By day, birds flew above them. By night, fireflies lit their path. Soon, they reached the edge of the map and found a small wooden cabin. The old man decided to stay. No more wandering. One afternoon, as he bathed in the river, his hand caught on something bright beneath the surface. A golden nugget. By accident, they had stumbled upon the legendary River of Gold. Curious, Buck leapt into the water, mimicking the old man, gripping a piece of gold in his teeth. The old man laughed. "That's the real treasure," he said. Proudly wagging his tail, Buck dove back and in, one piece, two pieces, until the old man was laughing so hard he could barely breathe. Just then, a flash of white appeared in the distance. Buck thought it was a rabbit and bounded after it in excitement. But as he drew closer, he realized it was a white wolf. The wolf stared at him cautiously. Buck lifted a paw, trying to show he meant no harm. The wolf flinched and fled. Buck stood there, stunned, feeling something he'd never felt before: loneliness. Then, he saw the paw prints in the snow, the familiar shape, and suddenly understood they were the same kind. From that day on, Buck often wandered alone into the forest, until one day, he found the white wolf again. He followed her quietly, becoming her gentle shadow. On the hunt, the pack cornered a wild boar. The Wolf King slipped and fell into the river. In a heartbeat, Buck charged forward, pushed a fallen branch beneath the king, and pulled him to safety. The howls of panic turned to cheers. The white wolf's eyes shone. From that moment on, Buck was accepted. He was one of them. The old man's life became good again. There was fish and meat every day, and laughter filled the cabin. But Buck started coming home later and later. One evening, the old man followed him and saw him running with the wolves, wild and free beneath the moon. At that moment, he understood. And this was Buck's true home. He didn't scold him. He simply packed his things and prepared to return to the human world. Before leaving, he threw away most of the gold. "Money's enough," he murmured. "My heart must stay free." Buck wanted to follow, but couldn't bring himself to leave. The old man stroked his head gently. "Stay, my boy," he said. "Live as who you are." But fate, as always, hides its blade behind kindness. That night, under the cover of darkness, the gold prospectors returned, kicking down the door.